Bros Taking Shots.
Podcast number 2
First one was
last week.
big fail. Changed name.
Changed the name. Not big fail. Just changed the name to Rudo y Cursi. From Rudo y Cursi to Bros Taking Shots.
Bros Taking Shots. With that, we start off the podcast with a little bit of cigar smoking and some drinking.
We should also do Twitch whenever you get your laptop, and I get mine. Twitch and
I don't know what Twitch is.
pretty much taking video
Taking video of us?
while we're doing the podcast.
Yeah. But
I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is.
yeah. I don't know if that's what it is. Testing the mute button here. Unmuted. I think it's good to go.
You were speaking like they would actually listen to you while you muted ourselves.
I know, but so I muted it and I still talked. So if when we go back, see if it actually muted or not.
But you were muted.
I don't know if I was muted. The button showed that it was muted.
It should be muted. If not, we got ripped off.
To that, let's talk about our cigars.
I got Factory Smokes. It's a good cigar. I need to buy some more. And I think it's a pretty affordable price.
Where'd you get it at? Can we
Total
say
Wine.
it? Can
I
we
don't
say
know.
that?
I just said it right
Well,
now.
we might be able to get sponsored by Total
Maybe.
Wine.
Total Wine. I got these at Total Wine. Pretty affordable. Not sure if it was like maybe $4 or probably even cheaper. But Factory Smokes, man, this is good. I like it.
You got our Total Wine for him?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I mean, it's got flavor. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
How about yours?
Mine is a Quorum Havana. It's a Nicaragua, handmade Nicaraguan.
Wait a minute.
cigar.
Hold on. So fucking Havana? I guess the name of Havana is a type,
It's a
of cigar.
Yeah. As you can see, we don't know what the fuck we're talking
We do
about
not.
as far as cigars go. This one's a light body cigar for sure. It's not strong. Not very flavorful though. I can't really taste much.
This one's sweet.
Maybe I have COVID.
I have sweet because it says. But what we're gonna try to do is at least every podcast, we're gonna try something different, give our insight, our expertise insight, because we are experts at what we're doing.
Just in case you want to start smoking.
How are we experts? They might ask. We're experts because we have our own fucking podcast, and we say we are. That's pretty much it.
Can't fucking prove us wrong.
So drinks, beer, alcohol, and cigars, and cigarettes. Maybe we'll test these out and give you our insights of what we think it is.
To that, but now we move on to what we're drinking.
the same thing
drink?
that we drank last week.
No, not the same. The other one.
Had more fucking.
This one's Jack with Dr. Pepper. Previous one was Jack with Coke and bacteria and what is that called? The stuff that grows on shit.
Mold.
Mold. That's what it was.
Huh.
The mold. Coca-Cola with some mold on the top.
The mold's good. What we have now that we had last time is also cork. Cork, DP, and Jack.
So the bottle of Jack is actually from when I got married, and I never opened it, so the cork got all pretty much brittle, and it fell partially inside. And we're drinking some cork with with some Dr. Pepper and Jack.
I'm drinking cork, and that you're drinking caulk.
Let me dig that out.
It's a podcast.
Hey,
This is what we want. Once we become famous, then they can pull this from our fucking archives and say, "Hey,
There's no hate to the
hey, Billy, you can't."
community.
That'll be another subject and topic later down the road. But
Let's do a what we did last time. Where I almost died.
but you didn't fucking cough.
Damn, look, I have a fucking mess.
Yeah.
You know what I forgot to do? Cut my nails.
I feel like
I forgot to cut the nails.
we're like fucking Apple and Amazon.
How? What do you mean? Apple and Amazon?
They both started off their fucking garage.
Did they?
Yeah.
Facebook started in their dorm.
Facebook has a fucking robot as their fucking
Not a robot. It's an alien.
same thing. But yeah, man, fucking rough week. How was your week today?
My week today. Week
today in the podcast. How was your week?
My week today. It was good. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty busy at work. What I did notice is there's a lot of fucking more people driving now. I guess people are going back to work.
Yeah, you don't fucking know. Your job is just to go and be in a nice office.
Bitch,
relax.
but I drive. In the morning, you can tell there's
3 minutes.
10, 12.
Traffic.
12 minutes. Today, I was supposed to be there at 8 for a team meeting. And I left at 7:30. It took me 30 minutes to get there. I got there at 8:05. It took me about 35 minutes to get there. These are fucking stupid people.
You do the good with the good traffic.
Well, it's because you fucking drive all day.
All day. And let me tell you this.
Tell me.
Shit. Oh my God. Just thinking about it again, fucking. I sometimes while I'm driving, I think of ways that I would punish those that drive that should not be driving. Like if I had my own country, my own world. And one thing would be, have you ever seen that movie fucking The Purge?
Yes.
I don't think you have, but you know what I'm talking about.
I
I think that's what I would do. Like, hey, you have every week 3 fucking shots. Kill whoever the fuck you need to kill to get him out of the way. Because why do you drive in the fast lane, the pass lane?
The pass lane?
Why do you get the fuck out of the way? Go and move. Move and go.
So you're saying you have some issues
at least
with
here in Texas, man, that left lane needs to get the fucking across the fucking person, not across, just past the guy that's in front of you and get out of the way for the next that's gonna pass you. Man.
Oh, we went on mute. I forgot to.
Shit.
I'm kidding. It's not on mute.
Man, traffic.
But
or that's one.
Or passing lane issue. Is that what you're saying?
Going at 40 miles an hour at a 70 mile an hour zone, but you're in the left lane. You can't go and talk shit about the people on the right lane because they're slow, but they're in the right lane.
Right.
The people in the left lane are the ones that are like, fuck, is there that much traffic? That's what I do. And then I try to kind of like get a glimpse of who's in front of them, and there is nobody.
Yeah.
So then you pass them, and you look, and they're on their phone, man. They're on their phone, dog. That's not good.
On their phone. But also getting into the freeway, finding people getting into a 70 mile per hour speed limit and going at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, that or somebody that's on the left lane going all the way to the exit in one fucking push.
I've fucking done that though. It's like one of those where you're not thinking at the moment, and then you're like, "Oh shit, I'm supposed to exit here." So then you just fucking pull.
You know what's funny though? Whenever anybody does it, you fucking bitch at them. Whenever you do it, like, calm down. Just let me get to my lane and I'll get out of your way.
You know what I fucking hate? You know, you're at the red light behind somebody. You're gonna fucking turn right. They don't have their signal light to turn right, but it's a red light, and it's to turn right. You're behind them, you're waiting to go because you're like, I don't have the signal, so it must be going straight. The fucking light turns green and they turn right. It's like, oh, you fucking.
Why didn't you turn right when you had a chance? I know.
It's like, how did they get I don't know. How did they get their license? Is my question. Or do they not know the rules to fucking turning right on a red light?
I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash. Maybe when I become famous, but.
Of our community that already listens to us?
Yes, the hundreds of thousands of people. But usually the women and the old folks are the ones that are just,
Yeah,
Oh my god! But no, yeah, I. That's every day. It's like get the fuck out of the way, and then they still look at you and you're like, "What's wrong?" God, that when they move lanes completely from like 5 lanes all at once, or they stop in the middle of the freeway and they give you like, "Let me let." Oh man, but yeah, phones are the main issue. Phones.
I saw a fucking lady in the school zone. Pulled up next to her. She had a fucking tablet like on her fucking steering wheel, watching a fucking show.
Oh,
And I was like, what do these people think? What I don't understand what goes through their mind.
I really have thought that though.
Like
Like
when you're driving and you're fucking like this, like just looking down, and then you look up and there's fucking people braking.
it's, I really have thought like if they would give you a day to kind of just have for them to give you a gun, not a real gun, but a gun that's like shooting, I don't know, bean bags, and it's like, bah, 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 you're gone, game over, go fucking home. You don't get to drive today because you're stupid.
I just saw a TikTok about this one dude that pulled out a road rage.
Or he's shooting at a car,
And he's shooting at a
but
car.
the car throws a fucking bottle and he thinks they're shooting at him.
And he acts, he doesn't even, he's just like
Mm-hmm. In
shooting
his car in
out of
Miami.
his car. It pretty much hitting his windshield first.
Uh-huh.
And and he records himself doing it on his dash cam. And he goes to court, and I think that's what he says, that he thought they were shooting at him.
And the guy just threw a fucking trash at him.
Imagine if he would have killed somebody just passing by. For him, stupid.
That's why I don't carry my gun no more. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking shoot this guy. Granted, there's times that I'm like, fuck, I should have brought my gun because this is not a good fucking neighborhood. But man, yeah, traffic.
Get him, Mason. Get him.
That's my main pet peeve. Just fucking traffic. I guess because I deal with it on an everyday basis. Or people that are going. That's on me because I guess I just go too fast, like fucking Ricky Bobby. But just people, they're not even on their phone. They're just going normal. But it's like, bitch, there's nobody in front of you. Punch that shit a little bit, man. Get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
It's.
I agree. It's one of those where I think our DMV needs to be a little bit more stringent.
You know what though? That's probably not the worst part. It's doing, especially people like me that drive, dealing with driving all morning, all day, and then dealing with somebody like our cousin that their company's superiors are dumbasses. I'm going to give you an example of why they're dumbasses. So, our cousin, I'm not going to say his name just to not get him in trouble, and I'm not going to say where he works, but he works in, let's just say he works in retail. So, this is how stupid this shit is. That and because I've been drinking a shitload of beer. And now whiskey. Burb. So, he works, let's say, in retail. And one of his main customers gets a letter from their company.
Like a written letter or like an email?
Letter of intent, to be exact. And it says, hey, for those of you that don't know what that means,
What does that mean? Letter of intent.
you haven't paid your bill.
Ah.
We need for you to pay your shit before we take this into more serious matters.
The customer sent a letter.
No. My cousin's company sent their customer
to the customer
a letter of intent. Hey, you owe us fucking money.
Your bills due.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially a bill. Just fucking
So-
say a bill. Bill the customer.
No. You're still not getting it. It's probably those fucking half beers, non-alcoholic that fucking got you earlier this afternoon. My cousin works for a company that sells stuff. And they get it that his customer got the material, but they pay monthly. So they got a letter, the customer, from the company, my cousin's company, saying, hey, you owe us money. you got to pay us.
Right.
If you don't pay us, we're going to send you to, maybe, I don't know, collections. That customer automatically reached out to the cousin, our cousin. Said, hey, we got this letter. I want to pay. How much do I owe? My cousin's like, fuck. Let me find out. Reached out to his credit department. Said, hey, my customer owes money. How much do they owe? Did the fucking homework. Oh, they owe $700. Cool. My cousin sends, looks at his customer, calls him up and says, hey, talk to our credit. You owe $700. Customer's like, fuck, okay. My cousin's like, I did the homework for you. These are the invoices that are due, totaling $700. Customer's like, no problem. Thank you very much for all the hard work you did trying to figure this out. I'm cutting a check. This is the check number.
This is I'm assuming a phone conversation. Right?
Phone conversation. Okay. This is the check number. $700. I'm gonna ship it out this afternoon. As a matter of fact, I already shipped it out. This is during lunch. My cousin's like, man, thank you so much. Badass.
Close.
Kill two birds with one stone. Customers happy. They're paying. We're getting paid. So my cousin, after hangs up with the customer, calls credit.
Says it's on his way.
Tells the customer, tells that person that he picks up the phone with, hey, this and this has been going on. Badass. They're paying. Cut out a check this afternoon. Person he's talking to now is a higher up of the credit department. Says, ooh, there's confusion. That customer you're talking about, they actually have fucking credit. So they don't owe us money. So when we get the check, they're going to have a credit for $900. Tell them if they want, they can use that credit to buy more of our shit. So my cousin's like, what the fuck? Calls the customer and says, hey, you got $900 coming your way.
But they sent a letter.
Yes. To the customer saying, so you need to pay us.
The department sent the letter, not the cousin.
The department. No. The department.
So the customer called saying, hey, I got a letter of intent. I want to pay. I want to pay what
exactly. So my cousin's like, man, I got you. Called our credit department. Called the credit department. Says, hey, my customer got this letter. They're ready to pay. How much do they owe? Can you tell me the invoices that they owe so that they don't just say, where are you getting this number from? So they provide him the invoices. He then gives that through email or whatever to his customer and says, hey, this is what you owe, $700. Here's the invoices. Customer's fucking happy. Man, no problem. We got you. Cuts the check. Cousin calls the department. Says, hey, that fucking shit y'all been bitching and busting their balls about, they're cutting the check. You're going to get paid. Then he gets whoever he was talking to. Ooh, there's confusion. They actually had a credit. So they don't know nothing. So when we get their check, they're going to have a credit for $900. When my cousin reaches out to that customer and tells them what's going on, they're like, yeah, we don't want a credit. Just have them cut us a check for what is owed to us. How stupid is that?
This is fucking company that the department is supposed to be like the finance department.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to fucking have their numbers. But you gotta think about how many fucking stupid people there is out there.
You think that those people in those higher positions have a fucking clue of what's going on. And I'm bringing this up because this happens to everybody. I mean, you feel that, hey, Joe Blow over here, he's in this position because I hate his ass. He's a dumbass to me, but he knows what the fuck he's doing. And then you realize he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this week, my cousin tells me another story about that shit. So he's on top of his shit now, and he tells me that they informed him they're going to send more letters of intent to customers that are past due. Now, you're an educated man. Tell me if this fucking makes sense. He gets the email. He looks at the customers he has that are on that fucking list. And he notices that 2 of his customers are on there. On that letter that they're going to send out. Okay. So he's like, fuck. I better fucking reach out to these customers.
Right.
So he's looking at that list. And he realizes that out of those 2 customers, One of them is current, does not owe anything. Now, granted, remember, we're in the month of February, pretty much halfway through the month, right? So he looks and he goes, what the fuck? They're current. There's nothing past due. There's nothing like in the 30-day mark that's like not past due, but still good. It says current. The other customer has a credit. So he reaches out to the person and says, hey, you
might owe money, but we don't know.
No. So he tells me this whole story, and I'm like, what did you do, cousin? He tells me. He goes, well, I reached out to their credit department again and he tells that credit department, hey, or he asks, hey, just to make sure. He thought he was going to get the answer. He knew, but he was shocked. He's like, hey, I have these two customers.
That was a Dr. Pepper opening. Just in case
DP, Texas. He goes, hey, I got two customers. So remember, this is what I'm talking about. I'm like,
original name was going to be the Pedorros podcast, and soon found out that I can't fart on command like the bro.
I can fart on command.
Like the bro. God damn, that was stuck, bro.
So listen. Woo! So he's like, hey, I got two customers. One is current. He owes nothing. He's bought invoices. He's bought stuff. He's got invoices. But that's current. That shit's not going to be charged to him until maybe next month. And the other customer has a credit. You're not sending the letter of intent, are you? And he said that after he chuckled for a fucking 30-minute time frame. The response for credit was this. Yes, they are current. And yes, we are sending the letter. Because the letter doesn't mean that they're past due. The letter, now granted, here's where the fucking confusion came from on his end, where he's like, what the fuck? They're like, it's not that they're past due. They're current. But it's a letter stating and reminding the customer, hey, you have an open invoice prior to the 1st of January, 2022. We're in the middle of February. So doesn't that fucking mean they're past due because they have an invoice from December? And he told me exactly what I'm telling him. I'm like, yeah.
I ain't no finance guy.
But if it was January, if it was January 23rd, and they said that, okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
they're not past due. Just hey, you got one in December.
Your bill for January is coming up due
exactly
end of February, whatever.
But we're in the midst of Feb, saying that they have an open invoice in December. They're not past due, but they are, and we're sending this letter. But yet everything shows that they are current. So that made him think that's why they sent that letter to that other customer.
Yeah.
Because they have no fucking clue what's going on. So he's just...
They probably haven't got the update. The Windows 11 or something.
Windows 98.
Windows 98. Yeah, they're still Windows 98.
But he was just venting. And it just made me think, how many people out there deal with fucking bosses or even people that are in a higher position that are not your boss, immediate boss.
Yeah,
but
just in different departments.
Here's another one. This one actually happened to me. So I deal with customer service. Same thing, kind of.
Retail is fun though.
Retail, dude, it's retail. So, how can I say this?
Don't.
To where it makes sense. Okay, so if you take clothing to a dry cleaner's,
right? You take it.
You just drop it off, give them your information, and tell them when you're done, call this number. Or call this number so they can get picked up. You as a dry cleaner guy, you're going to be like, they dropped off these clothes so that we can do the dry cleaning. Right. When they're done, I'm going to call this number like the guy said. So they can come pick it up.
You're fucking dry cleaners, that's fucking your job. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to use that dry cleaners scenario there. This is what happened to me. This guy drops off these clothes, these pants, to the dry cleaner. And just gets there and says, call this guy to have these pants picked up. So the dry cleaner's just like, okay, cool.
Right. Makes sense.
The guy then calls me and says, why haven't these been picked up? Shit, it's been about a week. And I'm like, wait, it's because they've been tied up. It's been tied up, but once we get them dry cleaned, we're going to call that number to get them picked up. What? I don't want them dry cleaned. I just want them picked up.
Wait.
Yes. We're like, wait, hold up. You want them just picked up, not dry? Yes.
So they use this cleaners as a drop-off pickup.
As
location.
UPS/post office. And I'm like, wait a minute. Where does it need to be dropped off at? Oh, it needs to be dropped off at this place. But you had them with you. Yes. And instead of you taking them to the place you need them, you just dropped them off here. Yes. That's the fucking scenario I was in this week, bro. That's what I had to deal with.
These people fucking own companies.
Yes, that's where I'm getting at. It's like, I thought you were this guy that, like, you got here because you're fucking badass. And I'm not saying that person was not badass. I'm just saying, I could do a better job, bro. What the fuck?
But to that point, I think, me being the devil's advocate, that person might have been fucking high as fuck. And just forgot that there's not a drop-off pickup location.
Even the dry cleaner owner, the dry cleaner manager's like, do we have to deal with this guy? Because this guy, I'm like, no, you don't have to worry about it. But
wait, but they do.
But they do. And then come to find out, whenever I did call that number to get it picked up, the person that was actually going to receive those jeans were sending an email saying, hey, did y'all take pictures? So I sent them a picture of the tracking and all that. And they're like, what about the pictures of the labels? So I'm like, I took a picture of the label, but the email doesn't, the way I'm reading it doesn't add up. That's not what you're asking. No, like they put a label on the shipping, right? Of wherever they picked it up. So I'm like, he's like, did you take pictures of the labels? So it didn't add up with what
quantity wise versus
plural. I'm like, the jeans something had to be done to the jeans from the guy that dropped them off. And he did not do anything. So when that guy spoke to me, he's like, hey, did you ship them out? I'm like, yeah. Are you sure we didn't have to do nothing to the jeans? And he's like, nope, you didn't have to do nothing. Just ship them out. Okay. He goes, what about that label? Oh, he's talking about the label for the shipping department that you shipped it through, which was one of the biggest famous people. They put that label on when you're shipping. That's what he's referring to. I'm like, well, I took a picture of it. I'll put it on. I'm like, I don't think that's what he's talking about. No, that's what he's talking. Okay. So I put it on there just to make myself not look stupid. I'm like, hey, Joe Blow, here's the label, but I don't think this is what you're saying, right? And he goes, yeah, no, that's not what I'm talking about. The jeans, they needed to be labeled a special way, like I told so and so. And
that's supposed to be dry cleaned.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like. Well, that's not my issue anymore. Here you go, bro. So yeah, that's what this week was about, bro. And people, you realize I can have a better job, but I'm not. I don't have it. I don't know why, because I'm stupid. Maybe I need to win the lottery. I can't believe we already spoke for 20. I spoke for 28 minutes already.
You did speak for fucking 20 minutes. As you can tell,
I needed a vent this week.
He's had a rough week. But to that note, people are fucking stupid. Just like fucking fast food places when you go and
best place to go. Whataburger.
Best place to go.
As long as there's only one person in front of you, because that still takes 30 minutes before you get your shit.
Well, last time I drove up, it was fucking through the Winter Gaddon Part 2, the sequel. I pulled up and the fucking line is out to the main road.
How many cars do you think were in front of you from the main road, so people can kind of get an idea?
I would say like
easy
15. I would think
more.
No, because it loops around. Oh no, yeah, you're right. No, I would say like 20, minimum 20 cars.
20 cars,
25 maybe.
So remember, they do their burgers as you order it.
Well, the thing is like that fucking parking lot is like narrow, right? So I pull in and a fucking car pulls behind me. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm just like looking, and I turn around and I fucking see Jack in the Box like fucking empty across the street. I'm like, you know what? Jack in the Box it is.
You said fuck it.
I reverse. There's no fucking way to get out. I'm just like they're stuck, and this dumbass like you would think that them seeing me reversing, oh this fucker's trying to get out.
Let me give him some
move.
room.
No, this fucker just looks at me, and I'm like, can you like fucking move out the way so I can get out of the fucking driveway? This idiot finally gets the hint and moves around. Fucking idiots again. Get in the middle of the fucking. The fucking driveway is for 2 cars, obviously. Exit and enter. And you drive up in the fucking middle of it. Anyways, I pulled out. I'm like, yes. I'm gonna fucking get some Jack in the Box, probably get some tacos, some sourdough Jack, fucking buttermilk. I pull in, fucking shit's closed.
What do you think first? Like, oh, I'm number one.
Yeah, I'm like number one. And the thing is that you can't tell because all the lights are fucking on. So you pull up and have a sign on there. Please do not be rude to our employees. We're already short-handed as it is. And I fucking roll down the window expecting them to answer. No, yeah. I pull up to the drive-through window and it's fucking empty. I'm like, fuck.
What'd you say? That whole logo across the street looked good, huh?
And I just went fucking back home. I just went home and fucking ate some Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets. I think one time we stopped there at Jack. It was late at night. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 cars in front of us. And when we pulled up, my wife and I were like, we would like 20 tacos. And they said, oh, right now we're not doing any food. And my wife's like, what?
I remember this.
And they're like, yeah. We're not doing any food for like the next 2 hours if you want to come back. And we just looked at each other and we like, what the fuck?
You can tell the fucking manager was not there.
Yeah. Because
Like, it was just fucking...
we're not making any food for 2 hours.
Yeah, we just changed shifts. Yeah, we're barely starting to make food.
God.
We don't make it till you order it.
We don't have any
We're
food.
gonna have to wait 2 hours though.
You want to come back in 2 hours at fucking 3 a.m, then we'll have your shit ready.
Man, I used to work at fucking fast food.
You did right. How was that?
It was
How much fucking people did you piss in their fucking shit or put pubic hairs in there?
no, it wasn't bad. It's just you work with stupid people. That's the problem.
I think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Everywhere. You see, right there, that's the thing. A lot of people have the concept of, well, it's fast food. You deal with dumb people. You work with dumb people.
You work with dumb people, and you would deal with dumb people.
But we just found out that even in the highest Fortune 500 companies, they have stupid people. I think it's now more of a fact that it's not what education you have, it's who the fuck you know where, I'm working here, but...
Yeah, it's just fucking networking. I think that's what all fucking high school, middle school, and elementary school is.
They're trying to teach you network.
Fucking social skills.
So what you're saying is if you're shy, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You can be in the
I think
fucking
so.
street,
Yeah.
panhandling,
Exactly.
making more
Well,
money.
the thing
than me.
is, so say everybody has fucking brain farts, right?
I got fucking ass.
Like one time I went to Sonic and I asked for a fucking chili cheese coney without the fucking chili.
Wait. What the Give me a chili cheese coney, but no chili. Hold the chili and the coney.
Give me
And the
just
bread.
a fucking hot dog.
Just give me the weenie. What you want?
Something like that. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck did I just say? But to that point, I have an education and I said that shit. Well, I think I have an education.
You better. You fucking make almost fucking 7 figures. And as you can see, he did not fucking deny that shit. So
That is a deny. Hey, income tax is coming though.
And I will change the subject quickly. No, not income tax. The
My
Super
brother
Bowl. The
has
Super Bowl is coming.
My brother has 10 kids.
I do not have 10 kids.
That's
'Cause
$3 grand a pop.
My wife is going to be like,
That's 30 grand in income tax.
my wife's going to be, where'd you get the other 3? 10 kids. But, what do you got for the Super Bowl?
Siriaco died, according to my mom.
What?
Tío Siriaco?
Yeah, he is drunk.
Cipriano. That's what my mom said, though.
No,
Oh,
you
mijo.
said it.
No, for real.
Siriaco's
Mijo.
another person.
Mijo.
That's
Se
actually
murió.
alive.
Se murió ¿Quién era más?
Cipriano.
Tu tío, que estaba allí. Apenas los habíamos visto. Más, se llama Cipriano. Sí, tu tío Cipriano.
You went with us to Mexico? You were there.
I was there. My mom was there.
Well, all of us were there. Wow, I was like, what the fuck?
But yeah. Did I tell you? Oh man, that's just hilarious. Dude.
What did you tell me?
I was gonna
Spit
say
it out.
fucking the chisme, fucking how Mexicans are fucking chismosos. Like,
Spit it out.
I was trying to keep a secret, like, to not talk about it. And then, so for some reason, I don't know, my dad knows about this.
Oh, yeah.
And he tells me, he's like, did you know that so-and-so, like, they're not together anymore?
Guys are more
I was
fucking...
like, how did you know?
Yeah, the guy...
I was like, what? Oh, yeah. Even the wife was like, your dad knows him? I was like, oh, apparently.
No, guys are more into the area of...
But I think guys are more into the drama or chismes part, but as in fucking making fun of people. And that's like, oh, vas, este güey se blah, 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 se dejó de blah, blah, blah. And it's like, vato pen, you know?
Yeah, it's more...
It's
I know what
more
you mean.
criticizing, but talking shit at the same time.
But that's still, at the end of the day, gossip. Guys love gossip.
Yeah, that's true.
We love gossip, but we say we don't, but
Right.
we do.
Right.
Or it could be that we love it just as much as the women love it. It's just that we have no fucking clue how to hide it. Dude.
That's hard, though, not to gossip. I think personally. For me.
You're a gossiper?
I think I am.
Are you writing gossip?
But I think I try to make it as funny as possible, though.
To what? Not
To
get
gossip,
criticized? Like,
yeah,
he's not a gossiper. He's just a funny guy.
exactly. He's like, oh, yeah, talk shit.
I don't think I gossip. I don't. I have fucking deep, dark secrets from people.
I do too.
But you fucking spill them out.
No, I don't.
You fucking spill them out all over the family.
Not at all.
You just did. Not right now, but you've done it.
I'm not.
He paints his beard. That's fucking gossip right there.
I don't paint my beard. You fucking paint
That's
your
what
beard.
I'm talking about. You told everybody.
I used to paint my beard. Back in the day when the boot was in style.
Well, everybody did that.
But to that note, who do you got winning for the Super Bowl this Sunday?
It's a fucking hard transition there.
I think I'm going with the Bengals.
I already made a bet.
With who?
With my bookie, dude.
Oh, you fucking have a bookie.
4.5. Give me 4.5 points.
Ever since you watched Rounders, you have a fucking bookie.
I've lost a lot this fucking season, but I took the Bengals 4.5 points. Joe Burrow better come through.
Joe Burrow. As you can see, I don't know much about sports.
You do not. Wow.
Oh,
what am I, a fucking...
What is that?
Cum nut. Oh, man.
That's your wife?
That's
what that is. It's a cum nut on your own shirt. Stupid, somebody cum on you?
Girls come. This fucking elementary kid thinks that only guys come and nut. Girls come and nut. Did you know that? Obviously not. So, as you can see, he's a virgin.
That's a good comeback. That's a good cover up right there.
Cover up.
Wow.
Who you come? Yeah, it is. But it's a girl come. It's yours, baby. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, this second podcast,
I like it.
either because we're more fucking just boozed out, or I think it came a little bit more smoother. But I liked it. It's better.
It's good.
It's better.
Once again, the podcast name.
Bros taking shots. As you can see, we're taking shots, but we're also taking shots at the world of fucking people that are making our life stressful throughout the week.
You know what? Once we
Fucking
post this on the World Wide Web
of YouTube.
I'm gonna put. We should upload it as BTS podcast, so we can get a whole bunch of Asian fans for BTS, the Korean band.
Oh man, but you know what? I think we're gonna be transitioning into a smoother, more rhythmic
Yeah, I think this is
vibe.
Second podcast.
So like we're gonna have our own cigars and drinks to test out. So we're gonna give our insight on that, and then eventually we're gonna have fucking guest speakers. But I think we'll be all right. Like if we have fucking topics,
I already have people at work that want to come do guest speakers and shit.
they have no fucking clue what they're getting themselves into.
No, they do. They have similar
points,
similar views.
Well, okay, right now to make it a little bit easier, we'll probably have more topics. But for the next episode 3, what are we gonna talk about? I mean, one thing that I wanted to talk about that you're gonna fucking talk shit, but you're weird in that aspect is, do ghosts exist?
Bang.
We can test that out.
No, we can talk about our ghost stories, our ghost findings, and shit like that.
But what we ought to do is our guest speakers are gonna be probably more than likely friends.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we gotta fucking talk shit to make them uncomfortable. That's the whole point. I talked to technically only one dude at work and said, "Hey, you down?" He laughed, but that laughter was like a cool laughter, like "ha ha ha, that's stupid." But I would be in there. Well, you never know. We might ask you to join. He goes, "Yeah, I'm down."
Yeah, but I think since we're doing it this late at night, I don't know. It'll be hard for guests to come.
They'll come. If you build it, they will come. What movie is that from? You have no fucking clue because you're not a sports guy.
But
answer the question.
I don't remember the name.
Exactly. Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. That's not called Field of Dreams, is it?
And you're on fucking podcast. I'm not gonna edit that shit out so people know that you have no fucking clue.
If you build it, they will come. Rookie of the Year.
You'll know throughout our fucking episodes that
my brother never taught me shit.
That probably we're the only fucking, besides our family, or well, technically besides our wives, listeners. He has no clue about sports. So anything about sports.
I know about soccer.
Yeah, you do not.
Yeah.
What team does Messi play for?
PSG.
What's the name of it?
Paris Saint-Germain.
Wrong. Paris Saint-Germain. Not
same,
Germain.
That's fucking
Germain.
Germain.
Please.
The same shit.
Educate yourself.
Queso. Shredded cheese.
But yeah, who could be our first guest? They don't know yet because they're not listening to our shit.
That
but
could be another topic too.
What? Our next guest?
What we were talking about earlier with my parents, they never fucking corrected me about wrong words that you say.
You want to bring that up? We can bring that up on our next episode.
Yeah, bring that up in the next.
Like I told you.
Did you say who'd you pick to win the Super Bowl?
I picked the Bengals.
Did you pick the Bengals?
4.5.
No, you just said I got a fucking bet already with my bookie, and then you never said the team.
I did, and I will prove you wrong whenever you fucking go back to the episode and you're like, "Oh yeah, you did."
I'm gonna edit that shit out.
Yeah,
just
no.
blend it.
But who would be our first fucking guest?
I think maybe the wives would be the first guest.
I think so.
I think that could be an easy task to get him in.
Oh yeah.
Then they'll think it's stupid. I can see that.
But we would have to have weird topics with them.
Yeah.
Weird, uncomfortable topics. Like
yeah.
Why do dogs have sex? And they're in the same fucking. They're the same sex.
Mason fucking tortures Max.
He must have a big ass wiener. Destroys that butthole.
But yeah, I mean that could be really uncomfortable.
You know what? You know who I think we should baptize it when we get to episode 50. I have a perfect guest.
El Padre Chema?
Nope. Our dad.
Pops, yeah. Pops would be a great fucking. But we'd have to do it in Spanish.
No, it's all in English so that half of the fucking conversation nobody understands.
Wait, but why haven't we talked Spanish at all? The first one was kind of threw Spanish in there. But I think it was because of the name.
I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash, but because a lot of people that will listen to the podcast that speak Spanish mostly speak English. and feel more comfortable in English. The Hispanic or Mexican community that are in Mexico, if we ever reach that point, they're going to want to speak English and say, I don't speak Spanish, even though they live in Mexico.
That could be another fucking topic next week.
What?
The words. No, that's kind of on the same subject of mispronouncing words. Never mind.
Add to it. But, yeah, next week, at least for sure, ghost. People that don't know how to say the correct word.
No, just through your life. Being Hispanic-wise. Growing up Hispanic. Growing up fucking Mexican. And then your family is just fucking talking shit on how you talk.
All the time. That's why we got... Oh, and bullying. I'm going to throw that in there.
Bullying, yeah.
Why our bullyingness is not as affected as other races, because that's what we're born with. Just getting bullied all the fucking time by our parents.
Also, the goal of this podcast was also to end the podcast. In the podcast when we finish the cigar.
Yep. And we're pretty much done with this. So,
yeah.
next week I bring the cigars and the drink. Because we don't have to buy a big drink, just something small, something that we've never tasted, so we can give our insight.
Wait. I thought you said each one of us brings a drink.
No.
I'll bring one.
Yeah, next week I'll bring...
You bring 2 drinks, one for you, one for me.
No, one drink. One drink, like a fucking...
But it's going to be for both of us, is what I'm getting.
Yes, both of us. Both of us will be a drink.
You'll bring a drink for both of us.
And cigars. 2 cigars.
You'll bring cigars for both of us, too.
And the drink.
Something
we've never had. Or drink-wise, I know.
Yeah.
And then the following week, you'll bring it, and then we'll go like that. But,
you know what I do think we need?
What?
A little bit better setup. Like maybe... I can make this into a fucking podcast cave. Have some chairs that we find in a fucking street.
Well, once you have your fucking laptop, and I have my laptop. Well, once we have a laptop.
Once we post this and see how many views we get.
Yeah.
After this podcast is over, let's go ahead and fucking make a YouTube channel.
I'm down.
Right? I mean, it makes sense.
But yeah, once I get that laptop, we just need one. You said you'll get one later on, but we can just go anywhere. We'll do it at my crib.
Yeah.
We'll just in the summer outside.
A little bit of fire. I have a lot of wood right there. A lot of wood.
Yeah,
No
you
homo.
don't have fucking 2 pieces of wood there. It's a lot of wood.
Wood
this. But
to that,
cigar's over.
To that is the end of this
Episode
podcast.
2.
Episode 2 of
Bros Taking
Shots.
And again, once we have our episodes up and running for the public to see, any ideas y'all want for us to talk about? See what our point is.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please put it on that YouTube channel. Tell us what you fucking think.
Do some comments.
We're just regular Juan Blows.
Juan Blows.
Can't say Joe Blows because we're Mexican, so Juan Blows.
Juan Blows. Oh, I got a friend that's named Juan.
Juan can blow. Peace out.
Later.
Bros Taking Shots.